Hey guys, it's Parker here, back with part 8 of Pyre. So let's continue our journey. Take off. So I know that we're going to fight against the witches, so I did a little practice trial because, I don't know, I think they were the toughest team other than the harps that we have fought against, so yeah. The inverted falls solely on roars into the sky, somewhere beyond the lines the Commonwealth, beyond your vision, and beyond your grasp. Alas, that we can't simply fly on back up to our homeland. This wagon has limitations, I'm afraid. But we shall return yet. Let us continue now, along the path. You make landing on the sacred Mount of Lodiel, upon whose summit the next Liberation Rite shall soon take place. You wonder who among you may regain his or her freedom this time. Wolf advised you after the post-flight inspection. We shall have to take the rest of the trip to follow Solian by land. May we soon liberate another of our own there. That should raise the chances that our plan shall ultimately succeed. The Beyonder Crystal seeks May. Ooh. I thought I told you to be gone. She was pushing you away as she did before. Perhaps I ought to cease my services to you, if you insist on disrespecting my wishes thus. Would that sound good to you, reader? Imagine not having access to the loathsome trinkets which I grant to you. Imagine those idiots of yours having to get by without my tutelage. That sounds terrible. I can imagine just flying myself. I was once a weapon used to kill an emperor. Attempt to kill him anyway. Now I am, once again, a tool, being exploited, soon to be discarded. Go on then, leave me be. Go about your business, and let's pretend we do not know full well how this shall end between us. Oh, Sandra. I feel sad. You need but choose among those unenlightened fools with whom you travel. Alright, May, you're up. You have Sandra to administer whatever special trials for May. I must admit, I do sense something from that one. I once had a wild heart myself, quite like her own. We shall see if there is more to her than that. Let us bring her forth. Soon May arrives and he is summoned. The scribes! I think that if I listen carefully, that I can hear them calling out to me. The apparition statue appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, girl. The place where you reside at present has but a single rule, which is, you answer to me here. Wow! Okay, I will! Such naive enthusiasm. Now, be silent. It is plain to me that I have much to learn as yet about the rites, but you have learned something, and I will see you prove it, without the benefit of anyone, save for your reader. Okay, are you out there to help me with this, mister? Alright, May, let's go. do? How did I do? I must admit that you did better than I expected, girl. You have passed the trial of yours. Some congratulations are in order, to you, and also to your loved reader. Now, farewell. Did I imagine all that, mister? Because I hope I didn't. Wow, what is that you had there? You received Kamer's anklet for completing May's trial. Oh, I see. Seek the Nomad Scribe's favor. Later that day, you accompany Rookie into the sheer cliffs of Emperor's Fall, where a monument to Skol Golatanian awaits you. Perhaps due to the nature of this place, you begin to sense Rookie's inner thoughts, as clear as if you're speaking aloud. So you Scar's people, can you hear me okay? If you can, they're doing a star, let me get out of here already. My family can't do nothing without me, and they've been waiting for a while now. Soon, you and he are finished paying your respects. We return to Wagon's silence, feeling as though Golatanian has shown you favor. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent. For now, the solitude here is fit for pursuing your vocations. Accept the blessing. You find Rookie having just put back his green tail family portrait. There is something of a wistful look in his eyes. Then something comes over him, and he moves in close, lowering his voice. Look, chum, I gotta level you about something here real quick. Truth is that I haven't been entirely upfront with you about my family situation. He hesitates a while, then. We ain't exactly quite as rich as I've been letting on. I mean, we do just fine. We got lots of money stored away. It's just mostly locked up in saving bonds, and he seems to go in the middle of another tall tale of relents before he can respond. One way or another. The situation is my mom back on her side. She needs a little bit of help, financially and otherwise. All she's got now are knuckle-headed uncles to keep her steady. Always told I'd make something for myself, you know? She's a clerk in her shop. Things started getting tough for us, so I started looking for all kinds of different work. Got in with some unseemly sorts, I guess, but the pay was real good. We took to shipping certain types of stuff down there of all places, flushing it straight down the river. Water. The pay was right. Mom was so proud of me. We were eating it all the time. But you could probably guess what happened. I barely scrapped by after they flushed me down there. Would have been food for a bunch of howlers had Jody not bailed me out of a tough spot one fine evening. As for my mom, she doesn't know half of it. My uncle told her I'm away on business. Not entirely untrue, I guess, but if she knew, it would break her poor heart. So, don't know how else to put this, chum, but I want to get out of here, get back to what I was doing back home. I'm the straight and narrow, though. I go straight this time for sure. Just don't go telling everybody that old Rookie Greentail's just a mama's boy, okay? I got a certain reputation to uphold. He quickly scampers out the door. His past has been weighing heavily on him, but he says he was sincere but wishing to lead an honest life. On the way to the summit, you pass the monument to Luz Golorian, and Hedwin happens to take notice. We have to prevail. Whether on my behalf or not, I do not care right now. We have to prevail, for everyone's sake. Please help us do this. Help us. He says little after paying his respects. However, as you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Luz Golorian has shown you favor. Yay, 2 presents for the next rite. You and your companions gather once more at the Sky's Gate, where a single narrow trail leads upward towards the summit past an archway carved of stone. Come this way, please. The minstrel leads you toward the archway, where his counterpart awaits. The exiles of the Nightwings have returned. They have. Greetings, Celeste. She all but ignores him and motions to the rest of you. Now then, each of you, in turn, please say your name and what is it that you seek whilst crossing Sky's Gate. Please do just as she says. Everyone steps forth, one after another, much like before. Sir Gillen passes through the gate. Hedwin passes through the gate. May passes through the gate. Gildario passes through the gate. Rookie passes through the gate. Hamida passes through the gate. Wilfred passes through the gate. No one said to go but you. He stepped forward and took herself as he did before. The guardian of skyscraper regards you with a still expression. Then she addresses all of you in her former manner. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth to glory. The lone minstrel glances up at the gate guardian. You have our gratitude, Celeste. But she pays him no heed. Again, you gain the top of Mount Elodio, from which the downside sprawls before you. You wonder whether one among you soon shall follow Tizo from this place. Oh, hey, guys, you know, it gets real awful cold up here, so sometimes waiting for customers to come on in, okay? And good luck at the battle you got. That's where you're going, isn't it? I heard it's gonna be exciting for my friends. Oh no, he's struggling. I appreciate you doing business. You guys be sure to tell your friends, okay? Let us commence the Liberation Rite. The time has come for your second Liberation Rite to commence. You observe the lone minstrel and Volfred speaking in hushed tones, but cannot sense the topic or the tone. Then Volfred looks up at you. I trust that you're feeling as prepared as possible, my boy. Each rite is consequential to our journey in its own respect, though these Liberation Rites have a more immediate effect. If somewhat crass, however, I cannot estimate by how much each of our companions may contribute to the outcome of our plan should they be liberated here. Practice such as their previous occupation, and a tendency to lead, and oratory skill contribute to my assessment. It's nothing personal, for we're all in this together. We're all in this together. Besides, we all ought to return in time if possible. Know simply that, for that each of us who goes, in so doing, he or she shall raise our total chances of success. Reader, sir, just now you shall confront the withdrawn. They have already appointed Udmilte to be liberated should they manage to prevail. We all have faith in you, my boy, and lo, even the stars agree on this account.
Beast, Sungris. The Nightwings have returned unto the fall of Solium, at which the scribes first formed their sacred union. At stake this night is freedom and prosperity. But only for one exile who prevails in this Liberation Rite. Your many adversaries all did strive to earn this opportunity. 'Twas the withdrawn which earned it. Who shall be absolved is up to all of you.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirs is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirs is present and prepared. Then, anointed one at the withdrawn, prepare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. The bog dweller Udmilde appears from the shadows and reaches for a mask. We are known to be the witch Udmilde. Our adversaries, they are nothing to us, or the one we serve. Ye shall be devoured in the coming age, an age of strife, brought down by the foul wings and many seeing eyes of the assault, the master-born. You speak blasphemy upon the sacred site, Udmilde. If you value your liberty, then I suggest you cease your mocking of the scribes. The scribes, they failed to stop his ouch, and he shall rise again. As for ye Nightwings, ye are of no consequence in the assault scribes with his eye. She dons her mask once more. Soon we shall return unto the land which his house shall usurp, where we shall offer him our blood, and that of many, many others. I do not want to lose to her. Now then, how the Nightwings reach a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct the Liberation Rite. Reader, I am bound to tell you once more. The first companion whom you choose shall go free this very night if you prevail. Only the enlightened may be thus anointed. Not all among you may yet be ready. The other two chosen for the triumvirate shall lend their aid. Nightwings, make your decision.
Who would you set free? Jodariel.
If that is your wish.
Who shall be at her side? Hedwig.
I have her back, Jodariel. Let's get you home.
Rookie.
Don't have to ask me twice, not after everything Jody and I have been through. Let's go, you guys.
Soon, Yazouch. Very soon. We shall release thee. We shall release thee. And as for ye, Nightwings, we have much in store for ye.
I won't lose. We won't lose.
Commence.
We evoke thee, for we seek thy sage and strength. Before our enemies within thy blood, damnation to the Nightwings, damnation to the scribes.
The invocation, you thought. Your adversary, which will wield this curse, shall summon forth dark pools of banishing accord, wheresoever any spell is banished here this time. We can't lose. We got it. We can't do this.
Edwin doused the adversary's flames. Unacceptable. Oh, blessed be. Now end the ceremony. Disaster. at last. The Night Wings proved their worth. Of their adversaries,
That was so
the same
scary.
cannot be said.
But we did it. Oh my god.
Thus ends the Liberation Rite. And thus the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Night Wings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
But against your thoughts has been recorded, and its vengeance shall darken the sky.
After all this time, she turns to gaze toward the rest of you. I never thought this day would come. I have all of you to thank for this, for doing this for me. The life that I call back in the Commonwealth was at times difficult. I am much older now. I know not what I shall find on my return. However, I know this. If that place still is like the Commonwealth I left so long ago, then I shall strive to make it better, for as long as I retain my strength and breath. You see her smile faintly as she disappears through the shimmer pool, though you still can hear her voice, though faintly now. Farewell then, reader, all of you, for now. Jodario, earn back her freedom. May she return in glory.
Godspeed, Captain Jodariel. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
That was honestly one of the most toughest rites I've ever played in this game so far. Like, oh my god, that was really scary.
Until the rites begin anew.
We return to the wagon, after having prevailed against the John at the Liberation Rite. Not too shabby, people! One by one, until we're done. We succeeded in liberating Childario, who returned to the Commonwealth in glory. We did what we could. With each Liberation Rite, we started to advance our plan. A brighter future waits at the end of our path. For now, we must persevere. Speaking of which, reader, I take you have seen the stars, or I should say, the lack thereof. You have, or did. Once more disguise all abysmal darkness, following the Liberation Rite. No stars illuminate themselves to guide you further on your path. Then, let us go once more to Moonlight Alcove. I have an enormous run besides once we arrive. Best we recover now and make our way southward at first light. You find Hedwig on his own after Jodario's liberation. You sense straight away what is on his mind. The two of them were close through much of his life. He looks up at you, but his familiar smile is nowhere to be found. I'm sorry, my friend. I should be in a much better mood right now. It's just, I can't believe she's gone. Then he shakes his head. Listen to me. I'm talking like she's... He falls silent again. You can tell he needs some time to himself right now and turns to leave. Wait, hold on. Don't leave me here just yet. First of all, my friend, thank you. I don't like to think of it in quite these terms, but out of all of us, I really hope she managed to get out of here. She's been here the longest, not to mention, I'd probably be dead 10 times over by now if not for her. What's more, maybe other than Wolfred himself, I have a feeling she's really going to make an impact on this planet of ours, back on the other side. Just the same though, I am going to miss her. You and Hedwig share some memories of Jadara for a time, though it grows clear to you that he needs some time alone. Thanks again, my friend. I hope that one day all of us can meet again. Jody, she'd be happy on that day, I bet. It is very late now. You part ways after bidding each other a good evening. You once again find yourself amid the quiet nooks of Midnight Alcove. Here you can await the time until the stars begin to shine for you again. With your time. You have returned to a place of respite. Please make yourself comfortable. As such as you can. We are at the mercy of the stars, but I expect they shall shine bright again in time. As for me, I shall return by then, for there is something I must do. There, from atop the sacred mountain, you gaze down into the abyss that is the downside. You wonder when the stars shall align themselves once more. There, upon the sacred mountain, you and your companions once more await the night the stars begin to shine again. The plan of which you are all a part is set in motion. The Commonwealth, a nation that stood almost for 1,000 years, is in turmoil. If your companions return there through their Liberation Rites, what sort of place shall they be coming back to? Many moons pass. One evening, amid a downpour with no interest whatsoever in relenting, Volfred requests everybody to convene. You understand he has an announcement of some sort. Soon everyone is assembled, and Volfred regards the group. Everyone, there is an aspect of our plan which I have not talked about with you at length. Look around at your companions. What do you see in them? He lets the question hang a moment in the air. I will tell you what I see in all of you, in all of us. I see in all of us a living vision of the 8 scribes themselves, each one among them hailing from the different tribes which later formed our Commonwealth. My observation does not come from pompousness, I think. Rather, I believe the scribes themselves desired, or shall I say desire, such a course. Together, they created all the ceremony of which we are now a part. The exiles, liberated through their rites, on to find the Commonwealth based on their values and their teachings. Thus, an instrumental aspect of our plan is to embody the spirit and the culture from which the Commonwealth arose so many centuries ago. That way, when we are all united on the other side in solidarity, the people all shall see that we reflect the values they yet cherish in their hearts, not merely our own. Anyway, we are still missing one key representative on behalf of Molten Millis. And I happen to know a certain bog dweller who I think shall fit this part most splendidly indeed. He motions for someone to approach. A certain bog dweller stutters forward. You recognize her straight away. It is my pleasure to introduce to you a dear old friend of mine, whom I believe you met. Welcome to the Nightwing's Bertrude. The bog dweller called Big Bertrude utters something guttural by way of greeting. We are to understand that you require further aid from us. Yes, dear Bertrude, the time has come. Bertrude here is far and away the most accomplished alchemist whom I have ever met. You soon will find that she knows much about the rites as well. Bertrude looks at you and your fellow exiles, each in turn. We frighten ye, apparent. Everyone is silent as Bertrude searches their expressions. Then tremble, small ones, and hold well tight on, lest we remove them. She takes her leave without another word. Please excuse Bertrude's blunt manner. I guarantee she shall more than make up for it. Everyone disperses. It seems now that the ranks of the Nightwings are complete. Bertrude joined the group. You sense their powerful presence. Welcome her aboard. Now then, my boy, perhaps you notice that the stars are bright once more up there behind those stubborn rains, meaning it is time that we got back to business. Indeed, once more, several stars shine bright within the cold and storming sky. The stars themselves await the will of the Nightwings. I want to have Sir Gilman settle the score with them. So yeah. Is this night to understand that we shall soon confront Sir Dealage of the pirates once more? Then, this to be a most exciting time. This night's one-time commanding officer. Imagine, if you will, a worm without the slightest trace of bravery. Sir Gilman then recounts his tale of Sir Dealage's past, and how it is that they wound up together in the downside. Sir Dealage, a world knight of the Sea Dominion, a former ally of Sir Gilman. He lacks the sort of courage for which his kind is known, yet someone leads the Pyre hearts anyway, for some reason. Some warriors born under the Sea Dominion's waters felt life's meaning on dry land. The Commonwealth organized their various traditions and soon put them to use. Sir Dealage is just another bit of fodder in the war against the Highland remnants, yet time and again he distinguished himself for one simple reason: he will not die. His unusual instinct for self-preservation kept him safe in many battles, and over time, he was repeatedly promoted for lack of any real competition. Then, in the Battle of the Spiral Sanctum, when retreat certainly was not an option, Sir Dealage retreated anyway. This was a breaking point, and he at last was sentenced into exile. In the downside, he sought water, where he made contact with Sir Gilman and other members of his kind. They all saluted him as their superior. The other knights had little choice but to respect his rank. As the Pyre hearts, they conduct the rites in the name of their great hero, the Under King Morris, while adhering to their strict codes. This knight might have failed quite so miserably at the Battle of the Spiral Sanctum, had his entire regiment not turned in disarray after Sir Dealage fled. Crossplay confronting his former commander, this knight's own honor may be regained in part. For now, however, this knight must beg your leave. You say good night to Sir Gilman in turn. There is no time to make flight preparations now. Though in the morning, we will press on once again. You find Big Bertrude looking about the black wagon in a disapproving way. She fixes her gaze on you. Her expression does not change. Such a clutter added to this wagon since you looked upon it last. Unsightly. We remembered thee from our abode and flagging hands. Then, though must be the reading one to whom Sandalwood referred. She moves in close, studying you. You recall that the mere touch of a bog crone at the southern bogs can induce paralysis, or worse. That one such as thee can extract meaning from that tome. 'Twas a feat we wish to witness for ourselves. Thy flesh is seen but the smallest fraction of the ears which ours withstood, and yet we are expected to believe that thou canst understand the Book of Rite. Then she backs away for someone else has joined you. Hail, Bertrude, madam. Is everything to your liking at this time, or is there something more which you require? We have been unable to locate a supply of rotworm gizzard extract among thy belongings. Other than that, we shall lodge no complaint at present. It is possible that Wolfred has a small supply among his possessions here. If you would care to accompany me, we may yet procure some. That would be agreeable with us. Then, after you, madam. As they depart, you think you see the lone minstrel nod his head your way. You rise early that morning. Though Bertrude is already awake, she scowls at you. Good morning, reader. Bertrude, I trust your stay has been not too uncomfortable? Nay, Sandalwood. The comforts of this place are not for us. Fly us forth from here to lower ground. Let us get on with all this. The reader here shall do so once the group is ready. I thank you for your patience. Far above Colorian shore, you notice Hamita gazing down at the frozen cliffs below. That damn place down there, I like it least of all, I think. Among everywhere we've been, I'm thankful that there has been no reason to return. Reminds me of my home is all, the Highland remnants. We all grew accustomed to the thinner air, amid the cliffs that reaches the clouds above your commonwealth. But it was not the nicest place. Little wonder that my sisters settled for a rather warmer base of operations in this land, there by the Nesta Triesta. Anyway, I'm pleased to have to spend as little time as possible near here. Let's fly on by and go about our business. Hurry, what the bloody blazes! Barker notices your wagon at his flank there and begins to laugh. Well, if it isn't the Nightwings flaunting their fancy little flying wagon, eh? You think you're better than us, mates, eh? Ha! You ain't better than the dung stepped in last night. Now, get on out of here, or I have a mind to leap on over there and rip her guts, like you hear me? Okay, chill. Actually, I don't think he's ever gonna be chill. Burgess is up to you as the Black Wagon passes through the skies of a reformer abroad. Our kind, who lurk below, they will scarcely be sore above them now. We told them when Sandalwood came to fetch us that we shall not return for some time. Our most accomplished laborers, with whom we shared so many moons in exile, we trust that they shall carry forth the reputation of our services, for we taught them all we know. She seems almost nostalgic as she lists out the various services provided at Big Bertrude. Curses, balms, potions, powders, cleaning reagents, sleep medicines, fungicides, seances. Big Bertrude's earned quite a name for herself throughout the downside for these and other things. When we are finished here, provided we do not return from whence we came, we shall return to our establishment and carry on our business there, for there is much demand. The spring of Jameer is always flown forth on the crushed parapet of the Aulandius, the legend of whose demises. I've read a sort of tale. Perhaps you have already read it in the book. Not all believe the book exists, of course, nor the greater titans, nor the rites. I have encountered exiles believing that this titan perished quite by accident, rather than by a cunning trap laid for it by Jameer Many-Mane. They took the titan for a common beast. Perhaps the stars shine down upon out-of-the-way locals such as this one to ensure that they alone shall witness the proceedings. Bolford is poring over a copy of the Book of Rites as you approach. He looks up at you and smiles. The road to freedom, written in a book that hardly anyone believes exists, and fewer still can read and comprehend. Sometimes I marvel how absurd all this is, my boy. Tell me something, though. I spent so much time considering the book, but know so few with whom I could discuss it in much detail. You've had some time to turn through it by now, so what do you think? Worth all the fuss. Bolford wants to know your thoughts about the Book of Rites. I actually found it fascinating at first, but now I just find it tedious. You admit to Bolford that the contents of the book can be quite tedious to you. He laughs rather heartily at this. Be sure never to say such things within earshot of the lone minstrel or his counterpart, my boy, though a little blasphemy offends me not. I have a different view of it myself, and find its contents rather fascinating. A portrait of an ancient time. A record of an age not lost. But yes, it can be dense in spots. He puts away his copy of the book with care. It is amazing that these volumes have survived for all this time, I think. Whatever they are, made of, has withstood the ravaging effects of time quite well. And the ideas there contained, they remain rather provocative as well. To think that the Commonwealth disavows the existence of this book, despite official recognition of the 8 scribes. Although the reasons why are in there, written plain, how fascinating that his secrets have been kept for all this time. Anyway, you have to excuse me for extracurricular interest in his teachings. I used to teach a version of his history. To have access to the real thing has brought me some small pleasure. Let us be certain to preserve these volumes for whomever shall be next to use them. He turns his attention to other matters and bids you a good afternoon. Who among you has the wherewithal to face this sight? Being in the barren wastes of Guhai makes this the perfect time for a quick jousting competition, Sir Gilman says. He just needs a partner. One of her companions steps forward. Alright, Sir Gilman, I'm up for it. Show me the Sea Dominion's ways. At this, Sir Gilman launches into a litany of instruction detailing the specific methods of Sea Dominion's ceremonial combat. At last, the two competitors take their positions and then rush toward one another. They collide, then fail away, trading blow for blow. It all seems rather senseless. When at last we stop and catch our breath, Sir Gilman approaches you. This night would have you choose the victor at the stop, Master Reader. Who prevails? You have no idea how to evaluate what you just saw, but think it best to humor them. Declare a tie. You declare the outcome of the jokes to be a perfect tie. Sir Gilman stares at you for a moment. Indeed! A most wise estimation like always! Hedwin congratulates him on an honorable fight. Yay, they gain 2 quickness for the next rite. Sir Gilman is feeling in anger over something, so much that you're hesitant to approach him, but you approach him anyway. Exiles to light a sentence for this night! He notices you then, and seizes up. He begins acting rather nonchalant, as though his outburst did not just transpire. Oh, greetings to you, noble master reader! What brings you to this night this afternoon? Ask him if everything's alright. You maintain a gentle tone with him, and ask whether there is something you might wish to discuss. Sir Gilman perhaps could benefit from talking to him through his woes. He stands there for a time, silent and dejected, and then... Master Reader, this night cannot escape the horrors of his past. It seems that you wear them. Hear them. Then, you have this night's apologies ahead of time for burdening you further with his troubles. Having said that, here, then, are the troubles you requested. You are, of course, familiar with the siege of the Sparrow Sanctum. For this night, the memory of it is like a wound which will not close. This night stood there on the front lines, whilst the highwing remnants descended upon us. So fierce was their assault that our chain of command was ruptured instantly. We of the Sea Dominion, we require orders to perform our duty. Without such orders, why, we surely made a very easy target there at eve. 1 by 1, then 2 by 2, they picked us off, becoming bolder, some of them shrieking in laughter all the while. This night, he saw his comrades cast aside like sea flies. How this night survived, he does not know for certain even now. Perhaps it was that he attempted to pursue and to detain his own knight commander whom he met, when he first met this night. That cursed Sir Dillage! If not for his crap and cowardice, the Spiral Sanctum, it might have held at least a while longer. But instead we were routed, rendered spineless both in form and deed. Sir Dillage was first to turn and flee, as our chain of command grumbled. And, as for this night, he failed to catch his knight commander. He must have looked a coward too. Thus came the time for penance, and this night, why, he insisted on the only course of action reasonable. He insisted on the sentence to the downside. And, as you can plainly see, his wish was then fulfilled. How absurd that he should re-encounter his old knight commander here soon after. Thus did this night oblige once more to Sir Dillage. We took to the waters in the Sea of Solace, where soon we met the Pyre hearts, a triumvirate exclusive to our kind. It was plain to see that they lacked wherewithal, and Sir Dillage they thought he could provide it. The leadership they sought, and his was too much of a coward to decline. As for this night, being of the Sea Dominion, he had little choice but to comply, or so at first he thought. When this night, when he encountered you in the night wings, something awakened within him. With so little honor left to lose, and so much left to gain, it became eminently clear that this knight stood a better chance within the ranks than those of Sir Dillage. And, there is little left to say, this knight cannot escape his past, and yet, he chooses to believe that he was spared that day not merely by coincidence. Perhaps under King Oris yet has plans in store, in which this knight may play a part. This night he clings, however vainly, to that hope. He stutters away, his head bowed low. It seems best to leave him for now. You sense he feels relieved at having shared all this. Hey guys, it's a friend, you know, the big one with the horns, like frowning and stuff like that. Something happened there or what? Heard a crazy story just flowing out there or something? Anyways. Tell all your friends, boss, because I already told mine. Okay guys, and that'll be it for part 8 of Pyre. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.